Hey everybody, Seven here, and thank you so much for joining me in another Freebie Friday. So I'm here with Arid, and this one was made by Sad Viscacha Studio. Now, it was published by a college, actually. You go over to the Steam tab and you see the publisher is actually Brady University of Applied Sciences, and I have seen ads and, just recruitment videos and stuff like that for this college throughout the years. And the Sad Viscacha Studio only has the one game in their library right now. But if you go to Brady University, the university has actually released a whole list of totally free games, many of which are very well reviewed. So they might be a few more on the Freebie Fridays list here going forward. But this is a survival game, which is something that's already been in my wheelhouse for a while. It's also got predominant controller support. If you go to the Steam page, you'll see this as partial controller support. It's a little on the wonky side. I'm sure the controls are better with a mouse and keyboard, but I'm predominantly a controller player, and I've been able to make okay do with how the game operates. I've only messed around with it for about an hour or so, but let's just get into it and see what you guys think. So it opens up, you're a pilot over the Atacama Desert, which I think does not exist.
Take off the time to bump gums, Tiger. Over.
And long story short, it's 1931, so your plane is not that good, and you're going down.
Go west, hug the shore, dodge the Atacama. Over.
And yeah, big dust storm comes through, knocks you out of the sky. So right off the get-go,
As far as crash landings go, that was textbook. But where the hell am I?
and it's desert survival, so you've got to keep an eye on food, water, and sun exposure. There's a lot more going on later on, but for the immediate,
God, I got busted up real good. The
Also-
crates should have some first aid supplies.
you start right off with being pretty well banged up, so you got to put yourself together pretty quick. It gives you a little bit of a minor handhold if you turn on that feature for the
Looks like I need to make
immediate
my
interim.
own way out. Should get my tools. Probably ended up on the other side of the plane.
And that's your first objective, is to get to the other side of the plane by going through a little cave system here. Now that's the thing, it starts you off with the torch, which a torch that uses lamp oil is kind of interesting to me, but... And then it like I said, it does give you a little bit of hand-holdy prompts. I did up the brightness because I noticed that
Whoever's in there, I come in peace.
even with the torch in a cave, it gets very, very dark in here. And there's already ominous things that start happening right from the get-go.
Water. Thank God for small favors. I'm gonna need to ration that.
And since this one is a limitless supply of water, which there are supplies of water further on down the road, but those ones generally tend to be limited supplies, and you can only get them once or twice. There's lots of lore and stuff to read with backstory about people that had been here before you.
Spanish lessons were a waste of
There we go.
time. Right, Dad?
And just her little quips and things in the background they're really neat. Like, it really makes you feel for her and what she's going through. Wish I could take this guy's spear, though. That'd be helpful. So I'm not gonna bore everybody with every book and scrap that I pick up, but there is a lot of backstory to be had in this. It's a very, very well fleshed out game. And as you saw, there's going to be chairs and furniture that you can break down for resources. It is a resource
All right,
gathering.
now I gotta just find what's left from my cargo.
You need to gather rocks, gather plant fiber, gather seeds and things, keep yourself alive. There are even crafting elements that you'll later discover in the game as well. So it's a very well fleshed out survival, not so much with a combat situation, but it's more of man versus elements type of thing. Kind of like a hot long dark instead of cold. So you need to measure your weight, your sleep, your food, water, etc. So there's a lot of moving parts going on and a lot to pay attention to. Right now I'm just ransacking the plane just because that's what the current objective is telling me. It has objectives. They're they're not completely hand-holdy, but they are helpful, especially if it's your first time playing, which this is my, well, second time playing. Like I said, I messed around for about an hour or so before this. The tools in this do not last. It's not like a durability system where, oh, you're using your shovel all day and you'll have to repair it. You get a handful of uses, depending on the quality of the tool. It's just like primitive and then advanced. This game definitely strikes me as the kind of game that you can easily miss things. You can, I'm sure, easily miss backstory and lore type things, and also miss things that you really want to pick up. Now, one of the things that they allow you to do is I have the shovel, so you can use the basic tool, the advanced tool, or the superior tool, and you see how much of your stamina each one of those things costs. Now, I did come across a few things to break down, like there was a chair or something. It didn't even give me the option of breaking it with my hands. It only allowed me to do it with a tool that I didn't even have at the time. So I had to make a crappy axe and smash it to get a chair or something, I think it was. But the problem is every time you use a tool, that's one less use that you will then lose off of it. So it's a lot of resource gathering and crafting, but also being sharp and mindful about what exactly you're building and what exactly you're using. Now, I have had a few instances of like the whole "where do I go now" scenario, but if you're progressing in a direction and you're seeing new things you haven't collected, then you should generally be going in the right direction. So here's a couple of crates that I haven't raided yet, and a little bit more lamp oil.
Muscle isn't cutting it. Gonna need a pickaxe.
Right, so sometimes you really do need to, I should have that pickaxe. Oh, there we go. This is the folder. So there's instances where
Woo!
a
Nice!
tool isn't just a helpful item, but that it's a full-on necessity. Like, you have to have this tool to progress. In fact, I kind of shot myself in the foot up ahead here a little bit because I got to such a crafting spree that I accidentally kind of borked myself. But that's just good development when they know that they have a system that, people are going to be really interested in the crafting and all of the optional items you can make and, really diving into and exploring the game, that they know that, okay, there was an item that you were supposed to make and progress the story with. Oops, you used it. Yeah, here comes that.
Ruins. Maybe there's something here I could use.
And as you can see, the day-night cycle is a little quick. This is the type of stuff that I was talking about where even a baseline, level 1 tool is required to get anything out of that. Oh, right, torch went out. So they won't automatically refill it, but they give you a fair chunk of that oil early on. So running around using your torch isn't super prohibitive. I have a feeling my shovel's gonna bust. Oh, no, it did break. All right. So now you can see there's a ton of stamina that I just lost off of that. Oh, right. Occasionally you come across these little, like, rabbit trap things. You can't, it doesn't seem, make your own, but if somebody had already placed one, then you can repair the ones that already exist and then wake up the next morning to get some free food, which is very nice and very, very helpful.
A water filter. Looks like someone left in a hurry.
Right, so
Or got chased out.
some of the sources of water that you'll find are just already good to go. Like this one over here. I think this one refills, but you need to fill it with an empty canteen and then drag it over to here, and then you have to wait. So that one's going to have a bit of a lag time. So if you've got, a water issue that's pressing right that second, that one might not save your life. The resources are pretty scarce in this. So I should have the wherewithal to, yeah, there we go. And then it needs seeds, which the seeds you get from just collecting the plant fiber stuff. It's like an occasional RNG kind of a thing. Me going to bed, I should be able to wake up to something trapped in there. Listen, any game that you can't pet the dog or the bunny or whatever, you got to be able to pet the bunny.
Adorable.
Here's what I was talking about, the makeshift hammer. So you can make, it's basically levels, like a level 1, level 2, level 3, and the really, really crappy level 1 hammer, you can use it exactly once. And then this is where it's telling you how eventually you'll come across these little base type outcroppings. You can't make your own base,
Table, fireplace. Is that a workbench? Looks like they had the whole 9 yards.
but that's the thing. Eventually you'll come across a place you can crash for the night and make stuff. So you're basically going to be leapfrogging your way through this desert, staying alive as best you can until you get to the destination, which we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. Now, this one, again, kind of has a little bit of a long dark thing. You can wake yourself up whenever and be like, oh, I think half rest or half whatever is going to be enough. Because as you can see, the food and the water do kind of plummet pretty quick when you're sleeping like this.
Food. I need to get some food.
So it woke me up because I completely ran myself out of food. But one of the things that I am going to be able to do is I should be able to butcher up that poor little rabbit that I found over there. Oh, wait, we need to make the knife first. Okay. And then you can see there's requirements for tools that you'll need to make some of these things, but also ingredient lists that you'll need as well. So now we can butcher this guy, and what we'll get is some leather, some meat, and some animal fat. And that animal fat is very important. Because you see, to make some of these other tools, like if I wanted to smash that chair that's out there, I'd need to make this axe. But we would need leather strips and the glue and the rope. So there's a lot of climbing the list that needs to be done. Oh, I didn't see this the first time I played it. That's a bad omen. I did not know you could break a leg in this. Alright, so just going out on a limb, I'm assuming that if I season this before I cook it, it'll probably be better than just throwing it on the fire outright. Yes, definitely want one of those because you can't actually use the cook fire without having one of those. So that's going to be important. Right, so we need the glue to make the rope, but we need leather strips to make the glue. So you can see that there's quite a bit of maintaining what you have because you have a lot of finite resources. So would the leather strips be better used for making another knife, or what do you want to use these things for? And then I have the option here. I could either try to make the makeshift axe here, or we could try to put together this improved axe. All right, now because I'm desperately trying to avoid burning the good wood that we have, because we've got some of these planks here, that's the good stuff. And it even in the description tells you we don't want to burn this. So if I can get a couple of these chairs smashed up and get some of the unrefined wood and some sticks, we can use that for our cooking instead. All right, so we've got a little bit of sticks here. We should be able to repair this campfire. It seems like everything you come across needs to be repaired, whether it's the traps you come across or the campfires and things. You need to have the ability to repair things. Let's see if this trap... Oh, nice. And then because I had a couple extra seeds on me, I was able to just immediately rearm that trap. So, yes, let's butcher this guy, and it'll give us more animal fat. There's some RNG in this one too, because my first one was a fox, and it did not give the animal fat. So, little bit of luck on this too. Oh, give me another knife. Ooh. Let's make one of those before we go to bed. Again. Oh no, I'd have to make the bone knife in order to make the leather strips. The leather strips. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Well, maybe we can make them both then. Yeah, let's get one of these, because that I'm sure is going to have a good chunk of uses to it. Let's get to cooking. We'll probably take a little bit of a nap, and then we'll get out. The cook times aren't terrible in this, but as you can see, you will need a fair amount of wood to be able to do pretty much anything in this. Oh, and we definitely want to get that mortar baked. It's essentially made out of wet clay right now, so we're going to need to fire it just so that it'll be usable in the future. Nothing I probably want to do with it just yet, but we might want something going forward. A dead lizard. Something tells me that's not going to harvest up for a whole lot. Well, there wasn't any harvesting of it at all. It's just throw the damn lizard on the fire. That sucks. Well, it'll be a nice little bite-sized snack in the morning, I suppose. Alright, full canteen, full water. It's, I think about 2 o'clock in the morning after I just woke up, but...
Baba? It's gotta be. I need to get his attention.
Oh, right. I did the exact same thing that I did the first time. So I get the impression that they expected you to craft the rope, but then use it over here. I obviously took the rope that I was able to craft and turned it right into, usable tools and things. But like I said, I think they planned on you doing that. And if you wander over this way a little bit, I should be able to grab a free one. There we go. Yeah, you can get heavy really easily in this. So it's not just about what you want to pick up, it's about how much do you really want to take with you. There we go. Yeah, that's it.
That's a mine shaft. If I rappel down that way, I should be able to find a way out. I'd rather find another way.
Oh, that's a lot of business. Yeah, so you see that sometimes the D-pad gets a little wonky. Like I was trying to transfer things, but then other times it just makes it actually go up. I mean, it did say partial controller support, not full controller support. What I'm gonna need are those metal pieces. I've got tons of wood that I can turn into the planks, and ooh, but I've got tons of wood that I can turn into the planks that I need. So that part's not gonna be an issue. It's those other pieces parts that we're gonna need. Oh, this this is starting to get big. I used some of the clay to you got to use it as like a little bit of sunscreen. So it's not perfect, but it will at least reduce how much you're taking from the sun. Yeah, I should probably get in here. Oh, nice. There's a crafting table here. This thing. Oh, okay. We have a bed. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so if you're not anywhere that has any water available, you can grind up some mallow. Oh, that'll be definitely helpful going forward. All right, well, it's looking like I can't make any of the metal stuff, but I'm not seeing any way of making my way down that hole. Metal scrap, though. Metal scrap should be used for something, shouldn't it? Oh, okay, so it does let me at least replace things as I find them. That part's cool. Okay. I was actually a little worried that it was going to make me do the entire replacement all at once. That would have been a ton of weight. One minor issue I'm finding with the whole semi-controller support thing is the jump button doesn't work. So I'm having to jump with space, which that's a little annoying, but everything else, as for the controller interface and interaction, the controller's working just fine except for the jump. Okay. The better the tool, the better the resources that you harvest off it too. Okay. Very nice. I like that. Alright, so I was able to get myself slightly fed here with a little bit of extra rabbit and a tiny bit of water here. Oh no, that's not good. That's probably really bad, actually. I was not expecting that. Am I safe in here? Well, that sucked. I was able to make a little bit of rabbit meat, got the rope and strong rope, so I should have one more piece part to the mine entrance fixed up. I don't know where I'm going to find those extra hooks, though. That might be a problem. Alright, strong rope in. Okay, so as long as you have all of one piece, it'll let you kind of partially do it, but you got to have at least all the planks, and it'll let you do the planks, all of the hooks, and it'll let you do the hook. Okay. Well, it's looking like we've got two options to keep on exploring since we just don't have the pieces parts that we need. Well, this place must have had quite the mining expedition. Oh, we can cook here. Oh man, I'm already seeing, yeah, it's an issue for how much you want to keep with you. Because here's a trap with a bed and a campfire. This would not be a bad place to hunker down for a little bit, I'll bet. Ooh, that's a thing I've never seen before. Okay, so I'm getting a pattern that the blue flags are kind of nudging you towards safety, which I'm okay with that. I like having, just a subtle indicator that hey, you should be over this way, and maybe you can find, somewhere to crash for a minute, or maybe some stuff to help you out. Disassemble? Why would I want to disassemble that? What are you going to give me? No, just a bunch of cloth. Oh, here's something new. I don't think I have this yet. Well, I was hoping to not really burn that quite so early, but... Oh, I dropped my sun protection or my sun exposure to nothing. That's great. Another free hook. Nice. Oh, that rusty shovel is probably going to be really handy, but... Oh, my shovel broke. That's actually a good thing. Okay, I need literally one stick so I can find out what that is. Sometimes when the things are broken like that, it seems a little difficult to infer what it is that you're looking at. I was looking at some of the traps or like a bed or whatever. I was like, wait, I'm not really sure what it is that I'm looking at until you fully get it repaired, and then, oh, that's what it is. Alright, come on, one stick. There's gotta be a stick lying on the ground out here somewhere. Thank you. Alright, what are you? Oh, you're just a crafting table. Well, actually, let me take a couple of them. Another hook. I was just climbing around some rocks and, oh, okay, I'm encumbered. I know. But I might have the stuff. Alright, so this little way station that I found here is almost set. The bed's good to go, the trap is good to go, and it's armed, which is nice. So if I find a couple of sticks, but I think I chucked a few back here at this other rest stop. The one that's by the actual goal. Crap. Oh, wow. The things that you can find if you're just, just looking around. I was actually trying to find my way back to a little cave house that I was trying to make for myself. Just happened to stumble across some free water. Okay, the cave house is fully operational. The trap is set and armed, the bed is usable, and so is the campfire. That's going to be a good little place to hang out later on, I think. Now, I've got all the planks in. I think I might have all of the hooks necessary. Wonder if I've got all the metal bits. For some reason, I don't think so, but we'll have to check it. Oh, no. One shy. Okay, quest for nuts and bolts, and to hopefully not starve to death. Another hook that I don't need. Which, man, it's gonna be important. Oh, but you also know it's gonna be heavy. Uh-oh, that's empty. Well, I did find another one that was near that, little cave that I made for myself. Oh, give me something good. Oh, it's a hammer. Don't want to get heavy, though. Oh, not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, let's run back and go get that. And you know what? We might want to stop by our little cave hut that I made for myself. Because I'm sure that trap's probably good to go. Oh, mossy rocks. Oh, okay. I'll take some fruit. I'll bet that this thing is good to go over here. Oh, no. There's no harvest table, so we'd have to... Uh-oh. We'd have to go back. Yeah, we need the workbench to harvest the thing up, then bring it back here to cook with it. Uh-oh. We'll just eat bugs for a little bit. That's fine. It'd get you buzzed if you know what you're doing. Am I supposed to turn that into something? Oh man, there's so many recipes that I'm sure I do not know. I did see one with the fruit there. I could make it into some sort of shish kebab or something. Yeah, the shish kebab. Oh, but yeah, okay, it's a seasoned raw meat, but I gave up my my salt, and I haven't found any salt yet. So that's a little bit of a bummer. All right, let's get this guy harvested up. We'll use the good knife. Yeah, sure, might as well make another bandage just because I'm still trying to maintain weight as best I can. Yeah, We just went from tier 2 to tier 1. And the bone knife broke. Well, that might be a good thing, actually. F it. We'll make another one. Hey, and all that work just got us underweight. Nice. And that should be the last of the pieces. Nice. And dropping down a creepy hole sounds exactly like a perfect spot to end this. So thank you so much for joining me in another Freebie Fridays. I would love to hear if you picked this game up and what you thought of it. I should have a few more that I should be able to put out. I've got a couple more that I'm coming across on Steam, and just some that I've played from years gone by. There's a very old one that I'm going to be bringing along soon that I'm actually really excited about. It was a game that I loved as a kid, and it's actually for free now. So I'm really excited to bring that to the channel as well. Yeah, definitely want to hear if you've picked this up and if you've had any interest with it. I feel like I have barely scratched the surface. There's a ton more out that direction that I could see that I hadn't fully explored yet. There's also this huge hole that's now begging to be spelunked down into. I'm sure that I
Gotta get
probably
cool
have,
before I drop.
yeah, before I drop. Well, I'm sure it's going to be cool in there. But thank you so much for joining me in this Freebie Fridays, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is Seven. Bye.